you've done to yourself. What happened?
Hey, I'm busy.
For a new plant to grow, the seed has to die.
This is a common side effect. This is a common side effect. This is a common side effect.
Joe, how wonderful is it to be white?
Kind of diving in, one of the things I really enjoyed about the movie was its blend of all these different genres, like coming of age, high school drama, sci-fi, absurdist comedy, and even like Cronenberg, like body horror. Why did you want to tell this story through the lens of so many genres? And was there ever a version that like got the balance differently, maybe emphasizing one genre over another more?
Yeah. I mean, it kind of just came organically, to be honest. Like, when I came up with the core concept, the idea of a Chinese girl turning white was so absurd that it automatically, I was like, it can't be a drama. Like, it has to be like a crazy, like Yorgos Lanthimos, or like a Ruben Östlund kind of world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that the satire definitely came first just because of the core concept. And then I knew I wanted the character to, regret her choice and to kind of see this nightmare unfold. And a lot of the stuff that I've made before this featured in my short films are quite dark. And in subject matter and also just in tone. So I knew I wanted to kind of end there, to have this very dark kind of, second half. And I thought that was really interesting and nothing at that time, the substance hadn't been made yet when I came up with the idea. So to me, it just, felt really fresh and like something that hadn't been done.
I think even post Substance, it feels very, very fresh and novel. I wanted to ask about the kind of continuity and performances between Shirley Chen and McKenna Grace. It's incredible how they replicate one another's like mannerisms and like even little even the minute details. What was the process behind ensuring that both actors feel like the same character?
Yeah, so we did a lot of rehearsals beforehand. So I had them, imitate each other a lot. Like, we played a lot of games, did a lot of exercises. We created like backstories together where they could talk through like what are like some, memories that they both could share that could relate to Joan, the character. And yeah, like I had them dance and pretend to like dance on their own and like at a prom and all sorts of kind of exercises to get them both used to each other, and then also to see what are some little ticks and quirks that they could imitate from each other. And then on set, I had them watch each other. So whenever we'd shoot, McKenna, Shirley would be, there, and she'd be able to watch, and vice versa. So they could also just see what they were doing, on camera and try and imitate.
I think, yeah, that's extraordinary because I mean, I personally have seen movies where the same two actors play the same character and the continuity is in there, and I didn't have that issue at all with your film. So that was extraordinary. I did want to flash forward to the ending a little bit. So, like a little spoiler, like, but the ending is somewhat happy for Joan. I guess that's up for interpretation. But the last we see of Ethnos are tons of people flocking to the clinic to be turned white. So I'm curious, like, do you have a vision or an idea for what a follow-up to this story could look like?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of scary how, as I was coming up with the concept and even like filming it in post, I think ethnos, just as a concept, if it did exist in our current world, I honestly think a lot of people would go and get it done, which is kind of sad and fucked up. And so I tried to kind of, have that happen in the movie, I think realistically speaking, it could be something that could expand and like exist in multiple cities now, and so if the film kept going, I think it would be like a I don't know, a bigger business, and like more and more people would go and get it done. But then it's like, what are the side effects? And I'm sure there would be protests and all sorts of things. But it's kind of a interesting concept to think of.